Welcome to Timeless Wheels.
Number 1.
(1965) Ford Mustang Coupe. Price $18,000. Location New York. This 1965 Ford Mustang Coupe was originally ordered in honey gold with a 289 Ci V8 and AC4 automatic transmission. Reportedly kept in a museum collection for an extended period before being acquired by the seller in 2023, the car has since received selective cosmetic and mechanical updates. Today it is finished in white with tinted windows and features a dual exhaust system, chrome 14 aftermarket wheels, and gold-upholstered bucket seats. Recent service in preparation for sale included replacement of the carburetor, water pump, and coolant hoses. This Mustang is now offered at no reserve with transferable New York registration. The body was repainted white under prior ownership, and exterior details include chrome bumpers, bright trim, and dual exhaust outlets. The finish shows blemishes, flaking paint, and areas of corrosion as noted in the photo gallery, while the antenna is currently missing. The 14 aftermarket wheels are mounted with mixed tires and exhibit visible wear and corrosion, with one lug nut missing. Inside, the cabin houses gold vinyl bucket seats up front with a matching rear bench. A retro-look radio has been installed in the dash, complementing period-style details such as the wood-rimmed steering wheel. Instrumentation includes a 120 mph speedometer, fuel level and water temperature gauges, and a 5-digit odometer that shows 27 km, though total mileage is unknown. The 289 Ci V8 remains in place and is fitted with chrome valve covers. Work completed by the seller included installation of a new carburetor, water pump, and coolant hoses, and the car is equipped with a dual exhaust system. Power is routed to the rear wheels through AC4 3-speed automatic transmission. With its iconic first-year styling, V8 power, and recent servicing, this Mustang Coupe presents as a usable project or restoration candidate and is offered with transferable New York registration at no reserve.
Number 2.
1957 Pontiac Super Chief Catalina 2-door hardtop. Price $25,000. Location Delaware, USA. This 1957 Pontiac Super Chief Catalina 2-door hardtop was acquired by the seller's late husband in North Carolina in 2008 and is finished in blue and white over a multi-shade blue interior. Power comes from a 347 Ci Stratostreak V8 topped with triple 2-barrel carburetors, paired with a Stratoflight automatic transmission. Equipment includes body color wheels with Pontiac-branded covers, Coker Classic whitewall tires, fender skirts, chrome bumpers and trim, a Continental kit, an AM radio, and a Willwood power-assisted brake master cylinder. The car is offered with car show trophies and a clean Delaware title. Originally finished in two-tone Lucerne blue and Sheffield gray, the car was repainted under prior ownership. Exterior highlights include missile-style side inserts with star emblems, tri-power and Star Chief badging, dual fender-mounted mirrors, tail fins, and a dual exhaust system that exits through the rear bumper. A Continental kit at the rear houses a spare tire with a matching body color cover. The cabin features a multi-shade blue vinyl and cloth bench seat with coordinating trim, carpets, and rubber floor mats. Interior amenities include Star Chief dash badging, a heater, locking glove box, dome light, and AM radio. The 2-spoke white steering wheel with chrome horn ring fronts a horizontal 120 mph speedometer and auxiliary gauges. The odometer shows 8 miles, with approximately 9 miles added under current ownership. True mileage is unknown. Under the hood, the 347 Ci V8 with tri-power carburation is fitted with chrome valve covers and an alternator. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through a Stratoflight automatic transmission. A Willwood brake master cylinder manages the 4-wheel drum brakes. Corrosion is noted on underbody components, and the seller mentions the use of starting fluid to assist with cold starts.
Number 3.
1955 Ford Fairlane Sunliner convertible. Price $28,500. Location Florida. This 1955 Ford Fairlane Sunliner convertible was refurbished under prior ownership and acquired by the selling dealer in 2025. A symbol of Ford's mid-1950s design flair, the Sunliner was the company's flagship open-top model and remains a sought-after classic today. This example is powered by a 272 Ci V8 paired with a Ford-O-Matic 3-speed automatic transmission, delivering 162 horsepower to the rear wheels. Finished in red with a replacement white power-operated convertible top, it rides on 15 wheels wrapped in Firestone wide white wall tires. Additional features include chrome bumpers, rear fender skirts, power steering, and power-assisted drum brakes, all contributing to a comfortable and stylish drive. The interior was reupholstered in a striking red and white combination, with matching door panels and dashboard trim that reflect the car's period charm. Bench seating front and rear provides ample passenger space, while amenities include a Kenwood Excellence CD player for modern convenience alongside original-style ventilation controls. A two-spoke steering wheel frames a 120 mph speedometer and gauges for fuel and coolant temperature. The 5-digit odometer shows just over 1,300 miles, approximately 20 of which have been added by the current dealer, though true mileage is unknown. Originally finished in regatta blue, the car was refinished in its current vibrant red during refurbishment. With its clean presentation, restored mechanicals, and timeless mid-century styling, this Fairlane Sunliner captures the essence of 1950s American motoring. It is now offered in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with a clean Florida title and ready to be enjoyed on the road or proudly displayed at shows.
Number 4.
1962 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz Convertible. Price, $32,000. Location, Connecticut. This 1962 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz convertible, finished in white over a red leather interior, is powered by a 390 Ci V8 paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. Previously part of a collector's garage, it was acquired by the seller in 2018 and has since been returned to its factory appearance after cosmetic modifications by the prior owner. Recent servicing has included work on the brakes, fuel system, electrical system, air conditioning, convertible top, and fluid changes. For 1962, the Eldorado received styling updates with a flatter grille, revised tail panel and bumpers, and vertically oriented tail lamp housings. This example has reportedly been repainted in its original white finish, though the seller notes minor paint imperfections including a blister and a small dimple on the fender skirt. Remotely operated exterior mirrors and cornering lamps were standard for the model year. The seller also fitted factory steel wheels with Cadillac covers and new white wall radial tires, replacing aftermarket spoked wheels. The interior is trimmed in red leather with matching carpets and a painted dash. The seller believes the front bench seat was converted to individual buckets during prior ownership. Comfort features include a recently recharged air conditioning system and a factory radio. Instrumentation consists of a bar-style 120 mph speedometer and fuel gauge, with a 5-digit odometer showing 42,000 miles, about 100 of which were added under current ownership. The 390 Ci V8 was rated at 304 horsepower when new and delivers power to the rear wheels through a 4-speed automatic transmission. This Eldorado Biarritz is offered with a factory owner's manual, a warranty supplement, and a clean South Carolina title.
Number 5.
1956 Chevrolet 210 Townsman Wagon. Price, $35,000. Location, California. This 1956 Chevrolet 210 Townsman is a 4-door station wagon that has remained in the same family for more than 60 years, making it a rare long-term survivor of Chevrolet's iconic Tri-5 era. Finished in silver over a charcoal interior, it is powered by a 265 Ci V8 paired with a 2-speed Powerglide automatic transmission, offering smooth drivability and period-correct performance. The wagon features bright exterior trim, a split tailgate, chrome-covered 15-inch steel wheels, and a folding rear bench for extra practicality, while inside it retains its classic two-tone upholstery and rubber floor covers. Though the underdash FrigiKing air conditioning unit is currently inoperative, other vintage details like the factory AM radio, vent windows, and lap belts remain in place, preserving the car's authentic mid-century character. Originally finished in Inca silver, the body was repaired and repainted in 1998, and details such as the hidden fuel filler behind the rear taillight, fender-mounted antenna, and Chevrolet badging highlight the factory styling touches. The car rides on independent front suspension with coil springs, a solid rear axle with leaf springs, and 4-wheel drum brakes, while two 1575 Kelly Citation tires and a full-size spare sit beneath the cargo floor. Inside, the cabin shows period-correct charm with a 2-spoke steering wheel, auxiliary Stewart-Warner gauges, and a folding rear bench for added versatility. The 5-digit odometer reads 77,000 miles, with around 2,400 added during current ownership. The 265 Ci V8 retains its oil bath air cleaner and Chevrolet script valve covers, producing a factory-rated 162 horsepower and 257 lb-ft of torque. Power is routed through the PowerGlide automatic transmission, with the seller noting a minor transmission leak. Recent maintenance has included replacement of the muffler and rear exhaust pipe. Offered with a clean California title, this long-held family wagon is both a nostalgic piece of history and a stylish example of Chevrolet's 1950s craftsmanship, perfect for collectors or enthusiasts seeking a Tri-5 classic with genuine heritage.
Number 6.
1955 Lincoln Capri Custom Coupe. Price, $32,000. Location, Washington. Built at the Los Angeles, California plant, powered by a 341 Ci Y-block V8 paired with a 3-speed turbodrive automatic transmission. Originally a California car, it later moved to Washington State with its current owner in 1997, where it underwent a cosmetic and mechanical refurbishment by the Auto Shop in Bainbridge Island. Work at that time included a repaint in Huntsman red with a black roof, a full ret rim of the interior in two-tone red and black leather, and a rebuild of the engine, transmission, and powered accessories. The brake and suspension systems were also overhauled, ensuring that the car retained both its style and drivability. The exterior showcases the bold mid-century Lincoln design, accented by chrome rocker panels, polished beltline trim, side skirts, and 15 steel wheels with full covers wrapped in Garfield wide white wall tires. A matching spare with a BF Goodrich tire is stored in the trunk. While the body presents beautifully, the seller notes a chip in the rear glass and some misalignment at the rear of the driver's door. Inside, the cabin continues the red and black theme with leather-trimmed bench seats, matching door panels, and a perforated metal dashboard. Comfort and convenience features include a 4-way power front bench seat, power windows, and an AM radio, while seatbelts were added for front passengers. The 2-spoke steering wheel fronts a rebuilt 130 miles per hour speedometer, and the odometer shows 700 miles since refurbishment, though total mileage is unknown. The 341 Ci V8, rated at 225 horsepower and 332 lb-ft of torque when new, was rebuilt during the early 2000s alongside the transmission and replacement of the 6-volt wiring harness. More recent service in 2022 included an oil change, brake adjustment, and new fuel lines. Underneath, photos reveal the suspension, floor pans, exhaust, and fuel tank, all of which reflect the extensive refurbishment and care taken by the long-term owner. This Capri, once Lincoln's flagship, represents the elegance and performance of mid-1950s American luxury coupes. With its documented refurbishment, striking presentation, and strong mechanical foundation, it is offered as a distinctive collector-grade classic ready for its next caretaker.
Number 7.
1959 Dodge Custom Royal Lancer 2-door hardtop. Price, $35,000. Location, United States. This Canada-built 1959 Dodge Custom Royal Lancer 2-door hardtop was originally sold new in Windsor, Ontario, and has remained in long-term family ownership since being acquired out of Wyoming in 1991. From 1991 to 1995, it underwent a careful refurbishment that included mechanical updates, sheet metal repairs, a striking two-tone red and white repaint, and a full ret rim of the white and black interior, restoring much of its original 1950s flair. Power is delivered by a 361 Ci Super Ram Fire V8 paired with a TorqueFlite push-button 3-speed automatic transmission, bringing together vintage style with smooth drivability. Features include swing-out swiveling bucket seats, a push-button AM radio, dual exhausts, power steering, power-assisted drum brakes, an alternator upgrade, and spinner-style deluxe Lancer wheel covers mounted on 14 steel wheels with Hankook white wall tires fitted in 2022. The cabin highlights Chrysler's late 50s styling with ret-rimmed upholstery, patterned fabric inserts, aluminum dash accents, a heater, and a dash-mounted rearview mirror, while the odometer shows 96k miles with approximately 14k added under current ownership. Recent maintenance includes an alternator conversion, a fresh oil change in late 2023, and a documented history of service and preservation over the past 3 decades, though minor imperfections remain such as non-functional reverse lights and corrosion visible on some underbody components. Still, this Lancer presents as a vibrant example of Dodge's Fin styling era, blending period-correct design with the character of a long-kept family classic. It is offered with a binder of refurbishment photos, service records dating back to the 1990s, and correspondence with a Chrysler Canada historian, all accompanying a clean Nebraska title.
Number 8.
1958 Ford Thunderbird Coupe. Price, $15,000. Location, Nevada. This 1958 Ford Thunderbird Coupe was purchased out of New York by the current owner in 2017 and relocated to Utah, where it became part of a private collection. Finished in colonial white with red and white vinyl upholstery, the car is powered by a 352 Ci V8 paired with a 3-speed Cruise-O-Matic automatic transmission. Features include power steering, 14 steel wheels with covers, rear fender skirts, fender-mounted mirrors, select air conditioning, power windows, and an aftermarket stereo. It is now offered at no reserve in Nevada by the seller on behalf of the owner with a clean Utah title. Refinished under previous ownership, the body retains its period design cues including fender ornaments, tail fins, reverse lamps, and dual exhaust outlets. Paint bubbling, scratches, and runs are noted upon close inspection. Steel 14 wheels wear full covers and Hankook Optimo H724 thin white wall tires, while braking is handled by drums on all 4 corners. The cabin features front bucket seats and a rear bench trimmed in red and white vinyl, accented by a matching dashboard and door panels. Amenities include select air conditioning, power windows, an analog clock, and an aftermarket stereo. Interior wear is noted, consistent with age and use. A 3-spoke steering wheel fronts a 140 mph speedometer and combination fuel and temperature gauge, with an additional aftermarket gauge pod mounted below the dash. The 5-digit odometer shows 21,000 miles, approximately 800 of which were added under current ownership, though total mileage is unknown. The 352 Ci V8 was factory rated at 300 horsepower and has been serviced under current ownership with a carburetor cleaning and oil change. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through a 3-speed automatic transmission. Offered at no reserve, this first-year Square Bird presents as a driver quality example with desirable options and period character, ready for its next enthusiast owner.
Number 9.
1967 Ford Mustang Coupe 289. Price, $12,000. Location, Connecticut. This 1967 Ford Mustang Coupe underwent refurbishment work around 2005 and reportedly spent more than 2 decades off the road before being acquired by the selling dealer in 2025. Power comes from a 289 Ci V8 that was bored .030 over under prior ownership, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission that was also overhauled at that time. The car is finished in blue with a white vinyl roof and 2-tone aqua vinyl upholstery. Additional details include hood vents, chrome bumpers, Magnum 500 style wheels, and a cassette stereo. Recent work under current ownership included cleaning the fuel tank, replacing the oil and fuel filter, updating the exhaust components, and flushing the transmission fluid. This Mustang Coupe is now offered in Connecticut with a Massachusetts title. The body left the factory in frost turquoise, B, and was later refinished in its current shade of blue. A white vinyl roof and chrome bumpers complete the exterior, though blemishes and bubbling are noted in the rear wheel wells. Magnum 500 style 14 wheels wear Continental Conti Track 2000 GT tires, and braking is provided by drums at all 4 corners. Inside, the cabin features front bucket seats and a rear bench upholstered in 2-tone aqua vinyl. A cassette stereo and heater are equipped, while a 3-spoke steering wheel with visible cracks frames a 120 mph speedometer and gauges for fuel level, coolant temperature, and voltage. The oil pressure gauge is inoperative, and a supplemental readout has been mounted below the dashboard. The 5-digit odometer shows 86,000 miles, with approximately 100 added under current ownership. True mileage remains unknown. The 289 Ci Challenger V8 retains period-correct character and is paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. Work performed during refurbishment included overboring the engine and overhauling the gearbox, while more recent service addressed fluids, filters, and exhaust components. This 1967 Mustang Coupe combines classic styling with a lightly refurbished drivetrain and is offered at an accessible price point, making it a strong candidate for either an entry-level collectible or a driver-quality cruiser.
Number 10.
1957 Chevrolet Bel Air 4-door hardtop. Price, $28,300. Location, Michigan. One of the most recognizable cars of the 1950s, this 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air 4-door hardtop combines iconic styling with careful updates for safety and drivability. Finished in classic onyx black, the car showcases all the hallmarks of the '57 design, dramatic tail fins with aluminum inserts, bold chrome accents, hood-mounted ornaments, teardrop wheel openings, and full moon wheel covers on red 14-inch wheels wrapped in white wall tires. Minor blemishes are noted, including light pitting on trim and a small dent on a bumper, but the car presents beautifully with its timeless presence. Inside, the cabin features two-tone silver and black vinyl upholstery with patterned pebble inserts on the seats and doors, complemented by a silver steering wheel, perforated aluminum dash trim, and an aeronautical-inspired instrument panel. A tachometer has been added under the dash, while an AM/FM/cassette stereo offers a period-correct touch. The car retains its vintage charm with details like a rear bench ashtray, loop carpeting, and a full-size spare neatly stored in the trunk. Power comes from a 283 Ci V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor producing 185 horsepower, paired with a Powerglide 2-speed automatic transmission and 3.36 rear gears. Mechanical updates include a newer radiator, refreshed fuel system, rebuilt 4-wheel drum brakes, a new gas tank and pump, and upgraded suspension with lowering springs up front. The undercarriage shows typical surface rust but remains solid. On the road, the Bel Air delivers smooth, confident cruising with classic, baby Cadillac comfort, tracking straight with strong braking and ample V8 power. Some minor items such as the dash clock and radio are inoperative, but overall this Bel Air stands as a well-kept road-ready example of Chevrolet's most celebrated design.
Number 11.
1956 Lincoln Premier Sedan Project. Price: $6,500. Location: Michigan. This 1956 Lincoln Premier 4-door sedan project has a well-documented history, having been purchased by its second owner in 1968 and later acquired by the seller in 1989. Since then, the car has been stored indoors, and in the past 6 months it has received work to make it a running project, including new tires, wheel cylinders, and brake lines, as well as rebuilds of the carburetor, brake booster, and master cylinder. Finished in amethyst with a white roof over a flamboyant flamingo, white, and black leather interior, this car represents Lincoln's mid-1950s styling at its finest. Power comes from a 368 Ci V8 paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission, while equipment includes power steering, power windows, vacuum-assisted brakes, and 15-inch steel wheels with covers. Cosmetically, the car wears paint loss, scratches, and dents, along with primer spots and earlier body repairs done before 1987. Rust is present on the right rocker panel under the trim, and the power antenna mast is inoperative. Inside, the cabin features 2-tone leather bench seats, though the front bottom cushion is covered with a blanket. Power windows, a push-button AM radio, and air conditioning are fitted, but the AC, radio, and right-side power windows are currently non-functional. The 2-tone steering wheel frames a 130 mph speedometer along with auxiliary gauges, and the odometer shows 62 km, with around 50 added by the seller. The 368 Ci V8 was originally rated at 275 horsepower and 401 lb-ft of torque, equipped with a 4-barrel carburetor. Recent work includes a carburetor rebuild and a flushed and lined fuel tank, but additional mechanical attention will be needed before the car is ready for consistent road use. Power is sent to the rear wheels via a 3-speed automatic transmission.
Number 12.
1968 Mercury Cyclone GT. Price: $25,000. Location: Maryland. This 1968 Mercury Cyclone GT was originally delivered to Sportsman's Ford Mercury sales in Burns Lake, British Columbia, and later refurbished under prior ownership. Finished in orange with black side stripes over black vinyl upholstery, it is powered by a 390 Ci V8 paired with AC6 3-speed automatic transmission. Features include power-assisted steering and brakes, a Philco push-button AM radio, a center console, and 14 steel wheels with GT-branded hubcaps. The car was refinished from its factory Grecian gold to its current orange during previous ownership, while exterior highlights include dual exhaust outlets, quad headlights, and a driver's side mirror. The seller notes the presence of body filler in the rear quarter panel. Inside, the cabin has been reupholstered in black vinyl with faux wood-grain dash trim, lap belts, and a period Philco radio. The 390 Ci V8 has received recent service under current ownership, including a carburetor rebuild, a replacement oil pan, and a fresh oil change. Additional work involved fitting new BF Goodrich radial G/T tires on the 14 steel wheels, with braking handled by power-assisted front discs and rear drums. The odometer shows approximately 76 km, though total mileage is unknown. Offered at no reserve, this Cyclone GT comes with a deluxe Marti report and a clean Maryland title.
Number 13.
1969 AMC Javelin SST 390. Price, $24,000. Location, Illinois, USA. This 1969 AMC Javelin SST is a Kenosha-built muscle car finished in striking bittersweet orange over black vinyl. Previously refurbished both mechanically and cosmetically, the car received a repaint, refreshed interior, and a rebuilt Xcode 390 Ci V8 paired with a 4-speed manual transmission and 12-bolt rear end. Performance upgrades include a Holley-Speed Demon carburetor, Edelbrock intake, hooker headers with dual exhaust, traction bars, and staggered American Racing torque thrust wheels. Power steering, a Hurst shifter, and a retro sound radio add both convenience and period-correct flair. The exterior is accented by SST and 390 badging, a Craig Breedlove roof spoiler, and an aftermarket cowl induction hood scoop with flame pinstripes. Inside, replacement black vinyl upholstery with textured inserts, new carpets, and wood grain trim maintain the factory-inspired style, while auxiliary autometer gauges and a mounted fire extinguisher highlight its performance focus. Factory rated at 315 horsepower and 425 lb-ft of torque, the rebuilt 390 Ci V8 has been overboard .030 and is supported by a Champion aluminum radiator for reliability. Power is routed through the 4-speed manual gearbox to the rear axle with 3.73:1 gearing. The car shows approximately 41,000 miles on its 5-digit odometer, though total mileage is unknown. Offered with manufacturer's literature and a clean Illinois title, this Javelin SST represents a rare opportunity to own a distinctive piece of American Motors muscle car history.
Number 14.
1966 Dodge Polara. Price, $7,000. Location, Virginia. This 1966 Dodge Polara sedan has been in the same family since new, purchased originally by the seller's grandfather and inherited by the current owner in 2024. Finished in silver metallic with chrome bumpers and bright trim, it is powered by a 383 Ci V8 paired with a TorqueFlite 3-speed automatic transmission. Features include quad headlights, trapezoidal taillights, body-side spears, Polara badging, and polished wheel covers mounted on Coker Classic white wall tires. Power steering provides ease of handling, while the 4-wheel drum brakes were serviced in May 2024. Inside, the Polara offers a classic 1960s driving environment with front and rear bench seats upholstered in blue cloth with matching vinyl trim. The interior is accented by a color-coordinated dash pad, carpeting, and door panels, while amenities include a Dodge Music Master AM radio, retractable lap belts, and a locking glove box. Instrumentation consists of a 120 mph speedometer with an inset fuel gauge, plus auxiliary readouts for coolant temperature and charging output. The 5-digit odometer shows 72,000 miles, around 40 of which have been added by the seller. The 383 Ci V8 breathes through a 2-barrel carburetor and cast-iron exhaust manifolds leading to a single exhaust system. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through a 3-speed automatic transmission. While some corrosion is visible on underbody components, this well-preserved Polara remains a true time capsule example of Dodge's mid-60s full-size offering, available now at no reserve with a clean Virginia title in the seller's name.
Number 15.
1958 Pontiac Chieftain 4-door hardtop. Price, $16,500. Location, Cumming, Georgia. This 1958 Pontiac Chieftain 4-door hardtop is a true late 50s classic, offering a combination of vintage style and reliable performance. Powered by a 370 Ci V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, it delivers smooth acceleration and an effortless cruising experience. The car runs and drives great, making it perfect for weekend drives, local car shows, or just enjoying a relaxed cruise around town. The Chieftain's iconic design lines, accented by its 4-door hardtop styling, capture the essence of Pontiac's golden era. Inside, you'll find a spacious and comfortable cabin that reflects the period's attention to detail, with all gauges fully functional. It has been maintained as a dependable driver by its current owner, ensuring it's ready for immediate enjoyment. Known as a great cruiser, this car offers both style and practicality, with the added charm of late 50s American automotive craftsmanship. The owner notes that it's their regular driver and is even open to possible trades, making this an excellent opportunity to own a collectible Pontiac that's ready to hit the road.